These are dangerous times, money down. Be careful. I'd like you to take your hands off my wife.
I have to ask about the sex scenes and the nudity here. What did the higher-ups at Starz have to say about that? Were they just kind of like, go nuts and do what you want, or were there any limitations?
No, Starz from the beginning said, do whatever you want. There is no, censor on this network. There's no standards and practices. Just make the show work, which is like, whew, that's great.
Were you aware of exactly what this was when you signed on?
So I knew there was going to be a lot of sex scenes, and I think the way they're done, by the way, it's truly magnificent. It's yeah, they're having sex, but it's very sensual. It's really the best way to do sex scenes, and they're elaborate. We take a lot of time for them, but it's great in the best way.
You are my home now.
I mean, I obviously read the book, so I knew what was to come. I knew that side would be challenging. But yeah, I'm very aware that any of that intimate or violent scenes are all definitely character-driven and to drive the story forward. And actually, I don't think we're anywhere near as gratuitous as other shows on television or film. I think we're just maybe more intimate.
Well, I'd never filmed any scenes of that nature before. Obviously, I'd read the book. I knew what was in the book. I knew that was going to be filmed. I don't know that you know how you're going to feel about it. You can kind of, try and assess how you will feel, but I'm quite a comfortable person with my body. I don't mind that much, but I think I knew when I first talked with Ron that these were going to be handled in the right way.
I just said to everybody, all right, when we do these scenes, let's try to make them real. Let's try not to do TV sex, which none of us have TV sex, but we have real sex. So let's try to make them really about a man and woman getting to know each other, a man and woman married, a man and woman in different stages of their relationship, and how, let's not make it gratuitous, let's not just show nudity, but let's make sure that anytime we're going to do this, it's for a reason. We're showing something about their relationship, where they are with each other. There's an emotional arc that we're watching through those scenes, so that it's part of their relationship, and it's not just, okay, and time to take the tops off, kind of a thing.
Ron is someone he's an incredible man. He's got this incredible emotional intelligence and sensitivity, and he was very adamant that these scenes, that they were going to be part of the story, that they were going to be integral to what was happening and, further the story along, and they weren't going to be gratuitous, and they weren't going to be just there for the sake of it.
You have to be fearless. You have to really, put yourself in a different place. We try to give them space. We give them rehearsal time. We always clear the set for those scenes, so it's only the most essential personnel are there. We cover the monitors. It's, you try to protect them. You try to give them what they feel is a safe space, so that they're willing to be vulnerable and willing to go places.
I knew I had some nudity scenes, so I had to sign waivers and stuff. And I was like, so who am I having sex with then? And they were like, no, you're not. So why would I take my clothes off? So, yeah, but there is definitely a scene in which it's pretty much, it's kind of not wearing a lot of clothes. And that was actually very freeing for that particular scene, It was just me by myself in the woods at first, not wearing a lot of clothes. And there's a sense of freedom being naked in the forest.
It's a little different seeing it, I will admit. When it actually comes to air, I'm a little like, oh. But I think it's a great story to tell, and this is part of it, so I don't mind too much.